This is an RS21. We're going to replace the water bottle. So the first job is to remove all these shelves and boxes. There's the water bottle coming into view. Lower box out of the way, and then there's a shelf to remove as well. There you go, there's your water bottle. This splits when you're having trouble with the fridge back panel. To remove the water bottle is just 2 screws. We'll just lay the water bottle in the base, and then we'll show you what to do to get the pipes disconnected. That's it. Okay, the first pipe we're going to take off is the front panel hides the pipe that goes into the freezer door. So remove these screws and remove the lower kick plinth. With the plinth removed, we can now just focus on the water connection. There's a screw to undo just there that holds the water pipe, and then the quick connector. Push it in with, that's it, push it in with your finger and pull your pipe out. So that's one end of the pipe disconnected from the water bottle, and a quick tug will have it out. Okay, round the back of the appliance, to get to the water valve and the connection to the water bottle, you need to remove the lower panel. There's half a dozen screws to take out, and just lift the panel out of the way. Once it's out of the way, that's your water bottle, and you can see just how dirty it is. All the muck and dust over years collects here. So this is how you'll find it. It's not nice and clean. So to get to the pipe, undo the screw that holds the water valve in place, and if you just tilt it slightly, you can get to the connection. That's the water bottle in the fridge section. Undo that. As you're undoing this connection, there's quite often water left in the system, so put a tray underneath and just catch the water, if any indeed comes out. This hasn't been disturbed for donkey's years, and as you can see, it's a bit of a struggle, but you'll get there. Not much water, but if you've got an expensive floor covering, you don't want that water on it. And just keep on until all the water's drained out. This water is coming out of the water bottle, so it will take a little while to come out. Once it's stopped running, you do need to retain the nut, and it'll just pull off the pipe. It can be quite tough to do, but save that on one side. Just showing you now the water pipe connection through the cabinet. It's just above the condenser fan, and it's very difficult to get to. The water pipe goes down behind there and ends up at the water valve where you've just disconnected it. So this is the connection through the fridge compartment, and once you've got it all disconnected, this pipe, go into the fridge compartment and just start pulling on the water bottle tube. Although you can't see it very well, that pipe is slowly being pulled back up into the fridge compartment and there it goes, all gone. You'll eventually end up with the pipe just sticking out of the front hole. It's running in a conduit, so just keep pushing until it comes out. Come round the back, locate your water pipe, get hold of it, there's your 6-inch pipe, and pull it all through from the fridge, nice and gently, and you need all the length you can get here. Okay, pull all the water pipe through, and then you're going to feed that pipe over the top of the condenser unit, round the back, and then it just needs to tuck the other side of a refrigeration pipe, and there's the pipe now situated just underneath your water valve. Now we need to fit the nut back on the new pipe, and then offer the pipe up to the water valve. Make sure this nut is tight, and once the system is all fired up with water, you need to make sure it's not leaking before you refit the back panel on the fridge. Nip it tight, but don't over tighten it. Once you've got it all in place, relocate the water valve with its securing screw on that bracket. Okay, just put the screw in off of the bracket up and just locate it back onto that frame, and that's it located in place, secure, and that's the rear water pipe connected back up to the valve. Just check that the pipe's not going to catch anything, nothing's twisted, undone, okay, and everything is secure. We'll now go round to the front and have a look at doing the front pipe. Just refit your drain tubes. These are the white plastic tubes. Just connect up onto the spout sticking out of there. That's one on, and the other one on the other side. So they're the drain tubes for the fridge and the freezer and the defrost water going down into the condenser tank where the water's evaporated off. Okay, we're at the front and we need to get the tube from the water bottle to the underneath of the front. Just offer it into that hole, and if you keep pushing, you'll eventually end up with the pipe just sticking out of the front hole. It's running in a conduit, so just keep pushing until it comes out. So pull the pipe all the way through the cabinet, through the conduit, and when you've done that, go back up to the water bottle and refit it into place with your couple of screws. And on the water bottle pipes, at the end of the foam, the white foam, there's some other foam, and that is the seal for the pipe passing through the cabinet, and it has to be fully inserted into the cabinet. If you don't do this on the front pipe, you will find the front pipe is too short to connect to the quick release coupling. And if you've got it right, you should be able to reconnect it like that. Put your securing lug and screw back in to hold the pipe in place. The muck and dirt you see is how you will see it on your appliance. Okay, get your clip back on your pipe. One screw to go in there, That keeps it all neat and tidy. And then you've the kick plate to refit onto the front to hide all that. And if you wanted to, while you've been doing this job, you could have your vacuum cleaner get your securing clip and screw back in place, and whilst you've been doing all that, you could have the vacuum cleaner handy and get rid of all this just dirt, that's the best way to call it. But you've got the front kick plate to refit, just a couple of screws in place. If you've got pets in the house, cats and dogs, then expect to find cat hair and dog hair. These sort of appliances just attract it, so it's not going to be a clean job this, and you can give it a clean as you're doing it. Once that's refitted, back in place, and we'll have another shot of the water bottle. That's it replaced, nice and neat. We've replaced the old one. You of course will be putting a new one into place. There's no difference, it's just the same job. That's it. This is an RSH1 water bottle, and if you've got one of these that's damaged, it's the same procedure as the RS21. The left hand side hole is the rear of the appliance, and the right hand side hole is the front of the appliance. This bottle has now been modified. If you're replacing the water bottle on an RSH1, it has now been modified, slightly different shape. 2 screws still hold it in place, and there are arrow pointers for the water flow direction, but the white plastic pipe is the rear connection to the water valve, and the clear plastic pipe is the one that goes through the conduit to the front connection. And there you go.